Guys, Charlie here from techinform.us. Today I'm here with a video about the first looks on Mac OS X Lion. Now Mac OS X Lion was released very early in this morning here on the East Coast, but at 12 a.m. Wednesday, July 20th, 2011 on the West Coast. So I got it about 3 minutes after release. I've been using it for a few hours now, since around 4 in the morning. Something like that. Anyhow, I'm just going to be going over some of the basic new features that you're going to find online. First off, we're going to start with the wallpapers. Now, the wallpapers, they've added a lot more new and enhanced wallpapers in Mac OS X Lion. But if you don't, like this one, for example. But if you're very fond of the snow leopard wallpapers, don't worry, they kept all of them. So, as you can see, here we have some enhanced wallpapers. We also have the classic aqua wallpapers that were in fact found in snow leopard. We have, if you go under nature, we have all the wallpapers that were found in snow leopard, as well as some of the art wallpapers. They've just basically all they've done is added, so they haven't really taken away any wallpapers that I know of. So next thing we're going to be talking about is pretty obvious features that you're going to find on your dock right here, Launchpad. Now, when we open up Launchpad, it'll basically give you a bird's eye view of all of your applications. Just like if you're familiar with the iOS interface, you can make folders of all your applications. Here I have the Utilities folder and the Develop folder for web development, as well as the Apples folder containing the iWork suite that I purchased, Aperture, and FaceTime. And you can basically scroll through it. I'm using one finger on my magic mouse to scroll through it. And let's say I have productivity with the Microsoft Office suite. Drag this app in there, it'll put it in. Same with any other application. If I can, they tend to be very picky on which app goes in. See, it tries to run away from me. But anyhow, we're gonna get that over. As you can see, I'll just give you a little demonstration of dragging in. After Effects goes in the Adobe folder. So it's pretty straightforward. You can put every single app in one folder. I'm not quite sure if there's a limit. Hence the reason there are a whole bunch of applications here. But actually, this should go in web development. I'm not quite sure why that's there. But so that's Launchpad. All you're gonna do you can set some keyboard shortcuts. I'm not too familiar yet because I haven't basically been just doing internet work. But you can click this icon. It'll come up and just click anywhere, just like that. Now, if you're on a trackpad, I believe it's 3 fingers, yep, 3 fingers across, will switch to your desktop. This is another new feature on Mac OS X Lion. So, dashboard, actually, instead of hitting the F4 key and having it display over your desktop, it has its own desktop. You can change this by going into your system preferences and basically just changing it. So, I kind of like it in its own space. Now, mission control. This is a very big feature. So let's say I want to open up address book, mail, and system preferences. Okay, so my desktop tends to look like this. I'm going to be blocking this out for privacy purposes. Actually, let me go ahead and close that address book. But as soon as mail opens, I have it open in another desktop. This is a perfect example right here. So let's say I have let's open up Twitter. Okay, so here's Twitter. And here's system preferences. So we're just gonna hit the F4 key on our keyboard. The F3 key. Beg my pardon. And this is basically gives you a bird's eye view of your desktop. You can switch through your desktops by using 2 fingers on the magic mouse or 3 fingers on a trackpad. Now let's say I want to put Twitter with the mail application. Well, I can't do that because this is another feature. It's full screen. Go up here to the actually right of the application. It'll form a new desktop and make it full screen. So here's the bird's eye view of everything that's going on in my Mac. I still have access to my dock and everything. And I want to put Twitter on this desktop and system preferences on this desktop. As far as I'm concerned, you can have as many desktops as you like. And to make this full screen, I know this happens. The iWork suite had an update where it is compatible with full screen, as well as the new Safari. Safari has this as well. So as you can see, they've really refreshed a lot of the interface of most of their applications. You now have the reader right there, as well as your bookmarks and your top sites. Now this also can be full screen. As you can see right here, I have my main desktop scrolling through. I have Safari, Mail, and then Twitter and System Preferences. Now, you can switch desktops just like you used to be able to switch spaces. In Snow Leopard, you would have spaces, that's command, and whatever you set it to. Now, Mission Control really, in multiple desktops, really replaces spaces and expose. So, the way you'll get Lion, it should be on the App Store right here. It should be the very first thing that comes up. Right here, OS X Lion. Actually, I might add 3 minutes after the operating system was actually released. We didn't have, it was not the featured app. So, basically, you're just going to go up. I'm actually saving this for future references. Excluding that, you can basically just fool around with Lion. It's only a $30 upgrade, which I thought was absolutely astounding. I had 130 like the previous operating systems have been in my iTunes account, but now that's 30, I'm very happy. Got $100 to spend. So in my situation, well, let's go ahead and open up Pages. The iWork suite had an update as well. When I updated to Lion, it automatically updated it, as well as Aperture. It automatically updated Aperture too, so they are compatible with the full screen, which I thought was very nice. I didn't have to do any extra software updates, just all updated it right from the application interface. So, as soon as this opens, hasn't been cached actually since Lion has been open. I have not opened this application. So here it is. We're just gonna select the blank document and hit choose. And this will actually lead me to another feature of macOS 10 Lion. I'll open up a Finder window right here, and they've actually refreshed the entire Mac OS X look. These are more bland looking. I guess they don't stand out as much. Why did I do that? So, yeah, here's AirDrop. I actually don't have anybody on AirDrop right now. I'm going to be blocking out my picture. All my files, straightforward. Every single file on your Mac. Downloads, these are all the same, and they've basically refreshed. Look, the buttons are much smaller. So here we are right here. It's basically the same as full screen. As Pages used to have. They used to have a little button that said full screen. So you can just hit that little button on the very top corner, and it will create a desktop, and then here you go. You have your editing toolbar, and you can just scroll through. So here I have, right now on my Mac, if I go into Mission Control, I have Pages, Desktop 1, Pages, Safari, Mail, and Desktop 2 containing of Twitter and System Preferences. So, and I still have a blank desktop. You can also create as many desktops as you like by going over here and hitting plus, and then there's your desktop 4. I might add full screen applications don't count as a desktop, which I thought was very nice. You can add as many desktops as you want, and they'll just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, to the point where it's absolutely ridiculous. You would think, well, at least I would think, that when you start making this many desktops, they would start going around the side, but I guess they don't. Not too familiar with that. So, this is basically the overview of macOS and Lion. There are hundreds of new features. I actually didn't go into a new feature having to do with Pages called versions, because I don't have a document that I've created multiple versions on Lion yet. So, having said that, let's go back to my main desktop, and then here it is. So, Lion is definitely a very good upgrade. I highly suggest that everybody does it. It is a 3.5 gigabyte file, costs $29.99 from the Mac App Store. Now, it doesn't, in case of reinstall, I don't think actually it stays on your computer, but I'm pretty sure you can just reinstall it from the App Store if you like. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the website that I write for at www.techinform.us. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/abnercus. Again, that's ABNERCUS. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. I apologize for the long video. Catch you later.